all the juice. And then the mansion party, they was in there wilding, some motherfucker, you know, cocaine everywhere, weed everywhere, hoes everywhere, motherfuckers naked. It's off the chain. So I ended up went in this room where it was majority of niggas was in there, and I thought they was getting high, but they was freaking and shit. And Paul then was like, I had came out the room and said to ask Paul, then what the fuck is going on now? He said, oh, we forgot the kid, country. You got to go take one for the team. I'm like, take one for the fucking team? What the fuck y'all talking about? They said, oh, yeah, that room you just went in, that's why we were laughing hard to hear when you was going in there, because, you know, them facts, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas over there, they on some old shit, you get what I'm saying? So they like, So for us to get this TV show, me, you, or Paul got to go in there. One of us got to go in there and take one for the team.
If y'all go way back when we was 666, and we used to...
Former member of and songwriter for 3 6 Mafia, Delmar Lawrence, saw his life change overnight.
A lot of girls, a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying. You know, it was, I mean, rap life, rock star life. It was, to me, it was, you know, great.
Del's rough childhood sent him to the streets.
An abusive stepfather, which did a lot of wear and tear on me physically, mentally, and emotionally. All we could do is just really just, you know, hold each other at night, cry ourselves to sleep.
Del knew instantly the first time he heard hip-hop that this was his deal.
Because I was writing poetry before that. So here's this art form of music that speaks to who I am, that represents who I am.
Music soothed his raw emotions. Gang members and rappers became his family.
Rappers, they, you know, at that time, they looked like drug dealers, you know, big gold chains, and big cars, and, you know, just the things they would talk about. I could relate.
Soon after his rock star life started, Del realized something was missing.
I mean, I loved it, but after you witness all of that, you're like, is that it? My soul felt empty, you know, like it was no purpose in what I was doing. I always wanted something with meaning, something with passion, something that not only people can feel, but I can feel, and I can feel proud to do. I remember I wasn't proud when, you know, my songs were played in front of my mother or my nephew.
When Del came off the road, he slipped into the back row at church to surprise his family, just as the service let out.
That's when I heard God speak to me for the first time. And then he gave me a vision, and it was me in this auditorium. And I was up on stage, and there was so many people. And I just felt the power of God in the building, you know. So when I saw that vision, something illuminated inside of me, you know. And I was like, okay, God, if I do this, you're going to have to take care of me. And then he said, trust me. And right in that seat, I decided to dedicate my life to God.
Del told the group he was leaving. Immediately, he began working on his first gospel album, Enter the Light.
This generation.
Okay, so you said you've met the devil before.
I have. I ain't gonna say they have. I ain't gonna say I can't talk for Paul and Juice and them.
But you have.
I have.
Okay.
And my deal was, I don't know if I should be able to tell you what my deal was. I don't know if I can get in trouble for that shit, Will. But my deal was the type of person I am.